Smash!
Alright, today I am going to be fixing the oil pressure sensor. I'm going to be trying to replace it, I should say, because my little tack gauge inside on the oil pressure thing is just bouncing around like crazy. It was just pegged at 80, and I came under here and I tightened, where I played around with the cords, the wires that go into it, and now it's not as bad, but it still bounces around like crazy. Like, it's pegged at like 60 now, and then once we start driving, it tops out, and then when I come to a stop, it just starts bouncing all around. So I'm under here right now. I'm just gonna, for those of you guys that have never done this before, kind of show you where stuff's at to replace. So if you look in here, we're on the passenger side of the engine block. You got your oil filter down there. That's the Fram oil filter. And then on this, I have the 4.2 liter inline 6. So for this one, the oil pressure sensor gauge is back on the passenger side of the block, but towards the rear. That's it, sitting right back there. You guys can see that. So that is it right in there, if you focus on it, that gold piece. So I headed to O'Reilly's. I just went to O'Reilly's and they had one in stock. It is a lot smaller than that one, but they said it's just an aftermarket piece, so made to fit in there a little bit better. So I'm gonna wait for this engine to cool down, and then we're gonna get started on that. Okay, so I got in the Jeep and started it up just so you guys can kind of see what's happening with this thing. When I first started, like the Jeep, you can see it's kind of bouncing back and forth. It goes way more than that. It'll go from the 40 to the 80, back to the 40 to the 80, like once it gets going. But when I step on the gas, it just goes over and falls back down. But like in town, when I'm driving around, every time I come to a stop sign or a stoplight, that is what you see right there. Just even worse than that. So I'm gonna see if I can get it to bounce around a little bit more for you guys so you can see what I was talking about. Alright, so I just shifted it in the first gear real quick. I'm sitting here now, rather than just having it in neutral. But this is what it's looking like now, just sitting here. And then I start to take my foot off the clutch and go a little bit, you can see how that sucker just starts bouncing around. So basically every time I come to a stoplight or something in town, that is what's happening right there. It's just bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. All right, got it cooled down a little bit. So we are going to try to remove this thing. My first time doing this, as with everything else on this Jeep. So should just lift off right here, this little switch. All right, so that unplugs. That is what that looks like. And then that should just unscrew from the rest. So let's see if I can get this with one hand. Ooh, super slippery. Let me get it wiped down. Alright, finally got that sucker cleaned up. I actually had to get a wrench down in there to get it, like, to bust the seal. Man, my engine block is still hot. Right, this just unscrews. I don't know if I can get it in. Just unscrew this. So there you have it. That's the older one right there, and then I'm going to go get get the new one so you guys can see what that looks like. But I did have to use this. I had to bust out that 5/8 just to get, wrap it around part right there, loosen it up. So I had to get the 5/8 on that. Just give it a little loosening. So I'm gonna go get the new part so you guys can see the old one compared to the new one looks like. Alright, so here's the new piece I got from O'Reilly's. I just noticed this when I took this off. Look at that. Sucker is all bent up. Pretty much guarantee it's not supposed to look like that. But that might have been my issue. I don't know. Or whoever put it on bent it on purpose. I have no clue. Anyways, that's the old one. This is the new one from O'Reilly's. You'll be able to see how much different this one is. So look at that. So yeah, as you can see, the difference in size. But I'm told it's supposed to work. I mean, I asked them about it when they gave it to me. They said it's smaller and better, but it still will get the job done. So as you can see, just the diameter of it, it's way smaller. It's already got a little bit of the tape on it, plumber's tape. That's how fat that one is. Compared to that one. So we'll get this thing put on basically the same way. Took the other one off. Screw this in. Put a clip up top. Alrighty, let's get this. And tuck back in with all these hoses, man. Makes it difficult. Some other wires. But once it starts hitting that tape, it does get pretty tough to screw in. I'm trying to keep these hoses out here, out of your way, so you guys can see. This one just keeps wanting to go. All right, so I'm gonna get that tightened down a little bit more, and then we'll connect the top. We got it installed. Couldn't get it all the way on that tape, and I felt like I was gonna bust it off if I pulled it any tighter. I was trying to get it all the way above that tape, couldn't get it. Got the clip plugged back in up there up top. Inside, I turned the Jeep on already, sitting at about a constant 50 to 60 psi, not bouncing around like it was before. So I think that did the trick. Take it inside so you guys can see the gauge. Back at the inside, that's what it's looking like now. Take it for a little spin, see if it drops or does anything while we be driving. test drive was out here too. The horses. This is Roxy. Ooh. Hello, Roxy. Hello. And then this is Casper. Say hello to the camera. No. What? Let's go. And we got the old man over there coming up. Had to go out and give him some oats. Oh, but he found some hay left over. Some little rocks. What are you doing, rocks? Yeah, there was. Got some hawks up in the sky getting tag teamed by little birds. There goes one flying back there. Yep, but we're just came out. Thought I'd fit in a little horse view for you guys. I'm gonna get that cat. Hee. Better run. What you want, Casper? Hear those horses over there? Alright. Alrighty. So just one more time. Had it going out here, had it all the way up in the 5th gear. Thing was cool. Did not move. So I think I fixed it. If you guys, if this video was helpful, go ahead and like. Subscribe to the channel. There we go. She good. Oh, she dropped down a little bit right there. Hopefully it doesn't know. Probably just because it's not running. Hopefully. Let's rev it up, see what it does. Yeah, she's good. Not bouncing around like it did. So if this video was helpful, like, subscribe. I'll be doing stuff to the Jeep periodically. If you've watched my other videos, you know I just got this thing about a month ago. Just gonna do little things here and there and make videos while I do it. Hopefully help some of you guys out. So I do find stuff with YJs, but it's hard to find stuff with an 87 inline 6 4.2 liter. So it's kind of why I'm making these videos, because I didn't really find too much on YouTube about them. Found a lot with the 4.0 V6 or the 2.5 inline 4. I shouldn't say V6. 6-cylinder 4.0 fuel injected one. But I cannot really find anything that deals with carbureted engines. So subscribe if you want to see my future upgrades. Like. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.